Yes, guys, I am Bonnie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today is another wonderful day. I am with my sister here, and we want to talk about some few things about some serious issues that are there in our I've observed in our villages, in our African villages. Remember, this is Kenya. Yeah, so it's about early pregnancies in ladies. Yeah, so being the firstborn myself, I have had to go against the norms and do things that a parent should do. Yeah, because here is my sister. Let herself first introduce herself, and then we shall continue.
Yeah. Hi,
Mm-hmm.
I'm Faith.
Yes.
In college, first year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she's in school. Yeah, she'll be having evening classes today. So now it's 10. We decided to make a video together, and I want to tell you, like, we want to talk, guys, like these are real issues that are facing people in the villages, and why these issues are there, and how they can be prevented. But you find that most people are not doing anything to prevent it. Yeah, so guys, when my sister first came here, she came to go to school, but now I had to, through my observations as a eldest brother, because I'm the firstborn. She's third born at home. We have another brother in the middle, and another brother fourth born. Yeah, so I had to go, like, through my observations. I realized that I have to give a lot of advices and mentorship, practical, based on things that are going on in the villages, as I have observed. Because in the village, you find that small girls are getting pregnant. Some are dropping out even in primary schools, guys, and high schools. So you find that rarely do ladies go beyond high school. Like the form 4. The form 4 is the highest level of high school. So most of them who are lucky to finish form 4, they get married, or they just don't proceed to be better people in future. They either get married, they get children at their homes, their parents' homes. They do a lot of manner of things, and they also resort to doing menial jobs, small jobs. They Some of them, as I've told you, some of them either get married, some of them they just get pregnant, they start getting children in their parents' homes. Others, they resort to, after getting children, some of them start going for small jobs to cater for, and that's now how poverty goes on. Yeah, but now I realized that, and I decided to take action, starting with my sister, and I'll experiment on that, because she's the first sister. I have a smaller sister also. I think she's still in preschool, not even in primary school. She's still very young. Yeah. So I've had to go against the norms, because in our culture, when we are getting circumcised. So when we are in the wilderness now, we are being told not to. When you see your sister standing with somebody, maybe relationship and anything, you should not interfere. But I think that is not the right way, because you find that you can leave this person without talking to this person and mentoring this person, and then they mess up. And then now all the problems are yours, the poverty and everything. When they come home with a lot of children and everything, you are the one to carry that. You are the one to carry that burden, because children are innocent. Children who are being born by your sisters at your home, they are innocent. So this is a serious issue that I observed, and I had to tackle it, starting with my sister. So the first time she came here, I was not used to talking to girls, because I had not stayed with them so much. I had not stayed with her so much. Like, I didn't stay at home. When I was in high school, I used to go to boarding, and then I stay at home little. I go to boarding, and then when I finished, I started working elsewhere before I go to high school, university. And then when I went to college, I rarely go home. So I didn't stay with her so much. I don't know much about her. But now I've stayed with her for, like, she stayed here. This is our second semester. So I stayed with her. I've stayed with her for close to 7 months. Kinyo now, Yeah, she came here September last year, 2023, and now it is November. It is February 2024. So that is close to 6 months or 5 months. So as I was trying to tell you, like when she first came here, I was observing her and I was trying to observe the traditions that we were being told. But I realized that no, some things were wrong. You have to talk to these people, especially when you feel that you are in that position of responsibility, and parents, in Africa there is one problem. Not in Africa, okay, actually in Africa, but in most villages, where people are not much exposed, there is one problem whereby parents fear talking about sexual issues or marriage issues to their daughters. So when you cannot look at that thing. As for myself, when I look at a problem, I don't want to avoid it, you know because especially now that she's my sister, and even if she was my neighbor, I could do the same. Yeah. So I started observing, and then I realized that I have to talk to this person so that in as far as she's in school, she also knows that sexuality is this way, early marriages come this way, and it can be avoided this way, and you can study this way, and actually you can go to school, study, get a job, or even if you don't get a job, hustle until you get a job. Yeah, get decent income, and up to the extent that if you feel that having a kid, you can have a kid who you can cater for, not having a kid that you can bring home to become a burden to your brothers, to your parents, to your neighbors. So that's what I've been telling her. And what do you have to say about what I've been talking to you? Unaonaje ile nimekuwa nikikuambia?
Mm. I'll have to say I'll improve on my studies, and I'll ask all my girls to improve and to study well.
Apart from studies, like the behavior, what do you have to say about the behavior whereby ladies, like the way I've been talking to you, the way ladies misbehave and get kids even if they are still in school? I know, some things are not avoidable. That is exceptional. But now there is this situation whereby you do things and you know that if I do this, it will result to this. So, what do you have to say about what do you tell your fellow girls who are in school and they engage in they are not serious enough to know that you can plan and have kids later after school? How do you advise them?
I'll have to advise them that sexuality comes after you have completed your school, and you have to avoid them. Even if you are not able to avoid them, be at least something to control your emotions.
Yes, control. That's what I always tell her. Control yourself so that there is time for everything. Yeah. So I had to talk about this, guys, because it is a serious topic. Because as I talk about, whenever I go home, I realize that small girls, maybe a neighbor there, she dropped out of truancy. Is it truancy or dropout? She dropped out of maybe Form 2, just high school, because she was pregnant. Another one, especially I have a lot of cases. I have a lot of those cases, and I was telling her examples. Those they know, it's her friends. Most of them are her friends, her age mates. In fact, her age mates, because she's how many years old are you?
22.
She's 22, guys. She's 22. When were you born? 2.
2.
She was born in 2002, so she's 22 years. So you realize that even her age mates, even the ones who are younger than her, they have children already in their parents' homes, and it's a serious issue. And I think it's high time we talk about it, guys. Even if you are the brother, talk to your sister. It was hard time. At first, it was hard for me. So I had to observe, until I said no. I have to take on this responsibility. Take the bulls by the horns. So, there is no sin in just talking about it and telling these people to be aware of the situation, because most of the people I know that most of these girls in our villages who got into these problems, it is because they did not know, did not have anybody to guide them, and it's about guiding. And most you know, most ladies need to be guided, you know. Like, okay, I'm not being genders something, but you know, girls, they are young, so they need to be guided and to be taught by whoever knows better. Yeah, so that is what I thought I should tell you guys. And as I told you, in our culture, we are taught as men. You know, when we go to circumcision, we are not only circumcised, but we are taught to be on what real men should do. So one of them is that you should avoid your sisters, anything to do with your sister. You know, even if you see them with men, you know, you should leave them. But I came and talked about that with my uncle, and my uncle said that those are the things of the past, because that is when even girls were used to be married. You know, most of them used not to be given pregnancies and they stay at their homes. No, they used to be married. You know, but now these things have changed. Somebody impregnates a lady and then he runs away. He doesn't want to take responsibility. So things are changing. You know, we should adapt to the way you should not stay of the past. Things are changing. If you are the brother, try talking to your sister. You know, talk to them, show them, tell them. You know, whatever you are doing, look at that person. She did it. She failed. The other person. So why are you doing that? You know, try to change. And you know, there's a lot of examples we can see in our vicinity, in our environments. Yeah. Yeah, so another case happened in December last year when I went home, and some boys had been circumcised, and you know, it was the time when they were now being released, like they were graduating. It was the end of their time in the wilderness now, where they stayed for almost one month after being circumcised. So they were being given the last advices that the same thing I told you. When you see your sister, when you are walking in a path, you see your sister standing with somebody, avoid that, you know. But it is high time now you start questioning them. What are you doing? What really are you talking about? Is whatever you're talking about progressive, or is just about, you know, being sexually immoral? You know, even if it's your sister, guys, you have to talk about that. There is no sin about that. Things are changing, and you know, when they drop out of school, like now, you have invested, you know, paying school fees for somebody, even if they are being sponsored. That somebody has sacrificed. She could have used that, he or she could have used that money to to do something else. But you know, paying school fees for somebody halfway, and then that person's drop out of school because of pregnancy. You know, that's not good. That's not good at all. So she's, I talked about that because she's being sponsored. Thank you so much for the sponsor. Yeah, she's being sponsored in a college, and I think I will do my best as a brother to ensure that she finishes well, and then she, maybe if she wants to proceed, we will do what we'll see what to do, and then about the jobs also we'll see what to do. You know, I'll guide her in every step. So at first I told you that at first when she came last year, I like, as a brother, it was very hard for me to approach her and then talk about those serious issues, because she's my sister. But now, as time went by, I realized that no, these things we have to talk about. I have to take that parental responsibility, you know, and talk about this sexuality, you know, dropping out of school, attendance, being serious, you knowing what to do, you know, about your relationships with your maybe boyfriends. I'm talking about the sexual partners. So it is hard to do that as a brother, but you have to. So thank you so much. And before I finish, so what are you promising these people?
I promise that I will work hard and do my part in doing my studies.
In studies. And what again? Not only studies, what again? Apart from studies, what else are you promising them to do well?
I do my part in guiding my girls, my friends.
So you want to try also to talk to your friends?
Yeah.
Try to do that. It can be hard, but try that. Also, what about yourself? What are you promising them about yourself? About your behavior and character?
I'll improve on my characters. I'll take actions. I'll take actions in controlling myself.
Yeah. That's what I wanted. Yeah, control yourself, because if you don't control yourself, no one will control for you. You know, when you go to town to school, no one is there for you, and you have a phone, you have everything, so you have to be responsible for yourself, isn't it? As a girl, yeah, we don't want early marriage, we don't want early pregnancies, we don't want somebody who drops out of school. We want somebody who knows why she's in school, who knows that children, you have to get a child when you are able to take care of them, you know. Yeah, so that is what is required. Yeah, and then we will be happy, your parents will be happy, your neighbors, your sponsors, people who have been supporting you, they will all be happy. Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much for guys for watching. Stay tuned, more and more things we shall be talking about, more and more things with time, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Bye bye.